Hi, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's reached out to me over the last week to confirm my safety. As you may know, I've been living in Israel for the last 2.5 years in the old city of Jerusalem. But in August, I moved back to America, and that's where I am today. That being said, my friends, my neighbors, my family, my community, my nation, my home is under unprecedented attack, reminiscent of ancient times. I want to share a little bit of perspective, a quick story that may give perspective onto what Israel means to us as Jews, not just to me, but to all of us around the world. When I stayed in Austria, I stayed by a nice family who the mother told me that she tells her young kids all the time that no matter how comfortable you are in Austria, no matter how comfortable and safe you may feel here, Israel is your homeland. Israel is the only home for Jews, and I took that lesson with me for the last 8 years. No matter how comfortable and how much I enjoyed where I was living when I was in Vail, Colorado, in Denver, even when I went back home to Maryland and Florida, I remembered that my home is still Israel. And that's the case for what it means to be a Jew. A majority of the Bible is dedicated on the journey to get back to Israel. That journey, again, was completed after 2,000 years in 1948 after the Holocaust. Now we're attacked on our soil in the deadliest attack since then. There's a few lessons that we can try to learn, but I want to share just two. And the first one, of course, is when you see murders like this happen, there's one thing we have to do. And that is to understand that there's no sympathizing with terrorists. There's no sympathizing with people who will viciously murder anybody, anywhere in the world. And when they do it for the sake of making a point and earning sympathy, which they have around the world, we cannot join in that sympathetic cause. We must remember where the massacre took place. And that was when 1,200 of my people were murdered and another 2,000 are still injured in critical condition. Not to mention the captives and everything else that's continuing to grow as this war wages on. So, the next lesson, which I think is a much more important lesson, more personal, is that it's a time to unite, a time to see beyond the differences that are going on in political systems around the world, and a time to see beyond internal strife with our families, with our friends, with other communities, and to look inward and to connect to them, to connect and see we're human beings above all. And a human being is not an animal that ravages and destroys, rapes, and murders bloodily other human beings. That's an animal. And human beings are not animals. Human beings are human beings with the power of speech, the power of moral reasoning. In 2023, there's no excuses for any actions like this. And it's a time when we see beyond those animalistic differences and we come together in unity to unite against these powers of evil and to spread good for a cause that's more than just for the Jewish people, but for the rights of the free world. It's a personal attack, and it's really hard to experience and to witness what's going on around the world, what's going on in Israel right now, and in many other places. Seeing protests, seeing anti-Semitic acts, all of these things must be reported honestly. I beg of you to confirm your sources and to join in the fight for right, for good, for morals, for ethics, and for the world that we want our kids to grow up in. And that's the world where terrorists do not prevail. There's a lot more to say. This is a close-to-home topic, and hopefully I'll be sharing more ideas as I feel more confident in delivering those messages. Thank you for watching, and again, I hope you all stay safe. Those of you watching from Israel, my prayers, my thoughts are constantly with you. Please reach out and let me know if there's anything I can do. For those of you who are in America feeling helpless, there are organizations, donations where you can make a difference on the war front to help Israel win this battle. And most importantly, say your prayers, talk directly to God, talk directly and unite and see beyond those differences that hold you back in life, because we're human beings and we have that power to spread ethics, morals, and it's our responsibility to do so. Thank you for watching.